Talking softball, Valley View, E.J. Weston, the head coach for the Cougars. And Coach, let's talk about the season so far. How are things going?
Well, we're off to a little bit of a rocky start. We're not playing our best softball at the time, but we're hoping with the fact that the weather is breaking, get outside a little bit more. There's only room for improvement at this point.
Talk about the group overall, trying to gel together, getting along, that type of stuff, and trying to work towards a common goal, which is a win, and one win at a time at this point.
Yeah, they're a good group. They, with the fact that we're 3-3 currently, their attitudes have been very positive. They understand what they have to do. We know that they want to win. It's just about, finding a way to become more consistent. And, I think we've been on our field 3 times, including today. So, that's only going to get better with more practice.
Let's talk about some of the teams in the league, the competition you're facing, and every year it's a battle, whether it's the Lackawanna Conference or we head to districts with the Wyoming Valley Conference as well.
Yeah, no question. Abington Heights is a quality team. West Scranton in our conference is a quality team. Every team that we face right now is going to be a challenge for us. So, we have to find a way to improve what we need to do. As far as District 2 is concerned, Quad A, the team to beat is Tunkhannock. But there's a lot of quality teams down in the Wyoming Valley Conference as well. Nanticoke is a good team. So is Wyoming area. I don't think they're playing their best softball currently either. Dallas is always good. I think Berwick is playing well currently. So, like I said, we need to just worry about ourselves, get better, do the things that we need to do, and hopefully we start clicking at the right time.
Let's go with the positives this year. Talk about all the positives right now for this team and how you're going to build on those.
Okay, well, we really have the potential to be a good hitting team. We started off on fire. We had 23 hits in our opening game. So we know the potential is there. Their attitude is great. Athletically and softball-wise, they have it. It's just a matter of pulling it together. And again, their attitudes are fantastic. We know they want to win, like I said. It's just a matter of putting it all together, trying to become more consistent.
Take us through the lineup as far as, seniors, juniors, sophomores, freshmen. What kind of mix do you have?
Well, we have 5 seniors in the lineup, and we're trying to figure out what that perfect lineup is at the moment. Jen Wynn right now is our leadoff hitter. She's a consistent player. Ellie Sebastian started off on fire, really hitting the ball. But, like I said, we're looking for that consistency. We have a sophomore in Madison McVicar who's swinging the bat well. And we have 2 freshman pitchers that have really stepped up well for us. They're doing a good job. Again, keep on repeating the same word, consistency. But again, with more practice, being outside, getting in live situations, that's only going to get us better.
Talk every year about peaking at the right time. You're saying, hey, there's tremendous upside to this team, and hopefully you get that opportunity in May for that. A lot of little pieces of the puzzle have to come together. You reflect a little bit on the things you're doing as a coach, and you've been at it a long time. You're probably hard on yourself like many great coaches are, but just think about what May could look like with this team.
Well, like you said, I've had some sleepless nights so far this year. We're really trying to focus on doing the little things right, and we figure if we do the little things right, the bigger things fall into place. We're trying to take care of the mental side of hitting and work on the mental approach, make sure we swing at our pitches, make sure we take an approach that we're thinking like the pitcher is thinking. And, fundamentally, defensively, we just have to go at it one day at a time, practice, making the plays, and, it's just about repetition as far as I'm concerned.
EJ, always a pleasure catching up with you every year. and I'm sure there's going to be some good wins coming up here for this Valley View team. Thank you.
Thank you, John. I sure hope so.
Olivia Mutual is with us here in the John Mendola Show. We talk Valley View softball, and it's your senior year. You play the center field position. Let's talk about the outfield. Talk about the players around you and how they complement you.
Gotcha. So in left field, we usually have Lexi Chapman, and then we have Madison McVicar and Brian Ricco in right field. We work really well together, especially with communication. I have 100% confidence in all three of them, no matter who's there. And we just, like I said, communication is really key out there.
Soccer, goalie.
Yes.
A lot of fun?
I made the second team All-Stars for goalie, and that's another thing, communication, just more physical aspect of the sport, because I mean, out in the field, I'm really not a good runner, but goalie was like my calling.
National Honor Society, biology, history club, you're involved with some different things. Talk about staying busy and being able to focus and keep all that stuff going.
National Honor Society is definitely my #1 priority. I worked since my freshman year to get there, and now it's finally paying off to get the nice yellow sash on graduation. So all of those things help me become more of a social person, because you're constantly interacting with people. But National Honor Society was my #1 priority for sure.
Let's talk a little bit about the studies and your class rank. You're up there like 34th, somewhere around there. But just being so focused academically and working hard.
Definitely not easy. Definitely a lot of long nights studying, especially for the honors classes, honors chem, and honors physics. Definitely a lot of studying and just late nights going over and over the material.
Penn State University to study pre-law. Talk how excited you are about that.
I'm very excited. I'm very argumentative, and I think that was a very good career choice. I don't go down easy without a fight, so I think that pre-law is definitely one of my better callings.
I'm glad we're getting along in the interview, which is a big key. Abington Heights has been a pretty good program over the years. Talk about playing them and trying to do your best to see if you can take them down.
We definitely didn't have our best game there, but I think that Abington is definitely one of the better teams in the district. I think that we are able to beat them, if not come close beating them. They have a very good defensive team, very good hitting team. They were always good, but I think it's going to go hand in hand for the second game.
Let's talk about the seniors stepping up in the lineup a little bit, trying to help some of the younger players.
Yeah.
Trying to live up to the potential this year for this Valley View team.
So Jen Wynn kind of leads us off. We kind of switched up the lineup a little bit. Jen always gets a hit, and she's able to get that snowball effect going for the hitting. I mean, hitting is contagious. So we have Jen leading us off, always getting a hit and getting us started. And then Flynn Jones is another one of our Kira, she's our cleanup hitter. The ball's always going somewhere in the field for her. So that definitely gets a snowball effect going. We just need to get hits.
All right, Olivia, we'll keep swinging.
Will do.
Good luck with the pre-law.
Thank you.
Jen Wynn with us here on the John Mendola Show at our Carolyn Durnell for the Valley View softball team. And Jen, we've spoken a few times before, and we're talking again. It's your senior year, and it's softball season. So let's talk about what the start has been like and what you hope the finish is going to be.
Well, it's been a little bit of a rough start. We're 3-3 right now. We're going to keep working hard and hopefully start to peak towards playoff season and just try to get better every day.
We talked to you back in the fall. Take us through soccer and basketball season, how it went for you health-wise, how you're feeling coming into softball.
Soccer was good. We ended, our biggest goal was to beat Prep. We beat Prep, so that was pretty awesome. And then basketball was kind of a long season, wasn't the best, didn't have the best record, but we had a lot of fun and got out there with no injuries, so we're going into softball season healthy, so that's good.
Well, a new thing for you was deciding on a college. So talk about the choices and where you decided on.
Yeah, I decided to go to the University of Pittsburgh. I'm undecided right now. I want to do something with math, but I was between University of Pittsburgh and St. Joe's, and I just thought that University of Pittsburgh had a lot of options for me, so that's why I picked there.
Your class rank's impressive, ninth in your class, so you're hitting it hard, and you mentioned the math part. Let's talk a little bit about the future for you, the big goals down the road.
I don't really know.
Not sure of a goal, as far as what you want to do? You're not sure. Finance, math teacher, you just know you want to go for math and figure it out?
Maybe something in science, I don't know.
Okay, no problem.
Math and science, I don't know.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's talk a little bit about the influence as a senior with some of the younger players this year on the softball team.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be the best leader I could be out there for the younger players coming up. and just trying to teach them the tradition of Valley View softball to keep it going, and kind of teach them how to compete in the game and to never give up, like Coach Weston always teaches us. So hopefully they'll learn something.
Let's talk about playing under Coach Weston and what you took from him, the type of coach that he is, what he demands of you.
He always has very high expectations, and I think that's good. Just to he kind of helps us compete and know that like you have to work hard for things in life, and like all of his life lessons that he always teaches. So I think that'll help me going forward into the real world. So that'll be good.
Jennifer, appreciate your time. Go get him.
Thank you.
Flynn Jones with us from the Valley View softball team here on the John Mendola Show at our Carol and Janone. Flynn, it's your senior year. You're a catcher. So talk a little bit, what's it like to be behind the plate and what the pitchers are like this year?
Well, we have two freshman pitchers, Alyssa Marion and Mackenzie Longworth, and I mean, it's hard being a freshman pitcher because you basically have to lead the team, but they're doing a really good job for us, and I'm proud of both of them. Catching, I've been doing it since I was little, and it's rough, but I love it, so.
You're tough.
Yeah, I try to be at least.
Talk a little bit about that toughness, where it comes from, and what you try to do to be a leader as a senior.
I mean, we are very young this year, so I just try to have everyone's backs, especially like on our off days, and definitely I learned toughness from other sports, and my parents too, they raised me to be tough, so.
Swim team?
Yes.
What was that like?
Oh my God, I love it, and I miss it. I had a good season, so I might join the club team at my school, like my college, but I haven't decided yet.
Well, a tough college choice for you.
Yes.
The University of Pittsburgh, another one. Talk about why and the excitement that you have.
I'm very excited. I mean, I grew up in a small town, obviously, here. Like, everyone knows everyone, so I just wanted to change something big, new people, new atmosphere, and I love the city, so I figured it'd be a good shot for me. A lot of opportunity, too.
You might even have a friend there.
Jen.
Did the two of you discuss that at all, or just happened
I mean,
to...
she's my best friend, so it works out anyway, but we didn't discuss it. It kind of just happened.
That's pretty cool. Pre-law as well, huh?
Yep.
That's neat. English, one of your favorite subjects. Tell us why you enjoy that.
I'm not good at math at all. Not good with numbers, so I just love English.
I like the focus. People say, listen, it's because I'm not good at something that they enjoy that. Let's talk about the couple siblings that you have.
Yeah, my sister, she graduated 2 years ago. She was a left and right fielder. She was an all-state player. My brother, he's a freshman this year, and he runs track, so.
You're involved in a bunch of clubs and stuff,
Yep.
so you love to stay busy. You do a real good job in the classroom. Talk about being as busy as you are.
I like to join a lot of clubs because it keeps me busy, and I like to be involved. I feel like it looks good, and I don't know. I like being involved in school.
Well, I hope things get a little better. I mean, you're 3-3, which is still respectable, but everybody seems to buzz is like, listen, we can be better than this. So hope you put it all together. Flynn,
Yeah.
good talking with you.
We'll be okay.
Emily Yontis joining us from Valley View here on the John Mendola Show. She is a shortstop. So Emily, take us through the infield. Who plays where?
We have Ellie Sebastian at first base, Jen Wynn, second base, Sarah Martin, third, and then we have our freshman pitchers, Alyssa Marion and Mackenzie Longworth, and then Flynn Jones catching.
What's the defense been like thus far?
You know, we've been doing pretty good, working hard. We all work together. The infield's been the same since the past 2 years, so we're all like working together, trying to help those freshman pitchers out as much as we can.
Nice when you have a hard-nosed catcher like you do. Talk a little bit about
exactly.
Flynn.
Yeah. You know, Flynn always has her head in the game, knows what to do, knows where to go with the ball. She's always right on it.
Let's talk about the classroom for you. You do really well there. Your dedication as a student. Where did that come from, and how much hard work do you do on a daily basis?
My mom is really dedicated in like her schoolwork and pushes me to do that. I usually spend quite some time doing a lot of schoolwork every night, trying to get it all done ahead of time.
Down the road, you're thinking of maybe pre-med?
Yes.
Talk about where that inspiration came from.
I'm starting to volunteer at Geisinger, so like doing that, my mom does that too, so wanted to get into that field and then do something like that.
Involved a lot of clubs and organizations and schools. Take us through that laundry list.
That really helps me. Going like with all those helps me like with organization, managing my time, especially with softball and that. So it just is helping me like prepare for college and then later on in life.
And that's student council, SAD, biology, Spanish, and Leo Club. So just for the record, let's talk about your dad as one of your role models.
My dad's always been there for me, always helps me out with everything of what to do, make sure I'm always doing well, everything's okay. He's always just there for me and doing whatever he can.
Right now in the lineup, who's got the bats And obviously you're hoping everybody will have them at some point, but right now, who's been some good hitters?
Jen Wynn, definitely. We have Sarah Martin who's hitting. Kira Sebastianelli is also hitting the ball. Everybody's getting some pretty good hits in, but it's just getting them all together at the same time.
All right, Emily, well, great to hear your story as a junior at Valley View. Continued success your way.
Thank you.
Kira Sebastianelli here on the John Mendola Show as we continue the conversation with the Valley View softball team. It's your senior year, first base this year. How much has changed between last year and this year for you?
Honestly, not a lot. I'm still doing the same thing. We only lost our pitcher, so it's the same girls. It's like a continuation of last year.
Let's talk about trying to get the freshman pitchers going. That's not easy when you have 5 seniors on the team and trying to get them, hey, up to speed. This is varsity athletics, and trying to support them the best you could.
Yeah, I mean, I love both of them. I think everyone on the team, we have such a good bond, and both of them have just been like excelling at their positions. For freshmen, it's amazing to see.
Well, you're doing it in the classroom with that 4.0, which is awesome. Talk about your dedication to the classroom.
It's been hard to keep up with softball and schoolwork, but Coach Weston always encourages us that schoolwork comes first. So I manage to always find time to get all my work done and make sure that I keep my 4.0 up. And he just encourages and supports that so much, which really helps.
Swimming, another one. And one of your teammates said she just absolutely loved it. Talk about for you what it was like.
For me, swim was more of like a fun, like just activity to relax. Like Flynn was very good at swim. I was not so good. But that team was super great as well. It was like a different feel. It wasn't as serious. It was more laid back, but super great coach again, super great people on the team. It was nice. It was like a fun time.
Let's talk a little bit about your folks as your role models and them continuing to push you and support you and all the great things that you're accomplishing.
Yeah, like my parents have been there for me since day one, since I started playing t-ball when I was a little kid. My dad coached me for most of my life. Like it's just, I do a lot of, like obviously I play for myself and for my team, but I play for them too, because I know that they love to watch me play.
Let's talk about that next step for you, what the college choices were and where you decided to go and what you're going to study.
It was between Syracuse and Villanova for me, and ultimately I decided on Syracuse. I'm going to study biochemistry, and I eventually want to go on to med school. I'm thinking like OBGYN eventually, or like pediatric surgery.
Well, always refreshing to hear these great stories, and here you got your act together, continued success, and have a great season.
Thank you.